Boy. Sha'Carri Richardson really made headlines yesterday because she got cooked in her first race back after being suspended from the Olympics for testing positive for marijuana. Now, you would think that in a race like this, right? In a high stakes race like this, you coming back to your first race after you've been suspended, you want to show the world, what you got, right? That you have resilience, okay? How you bounce back from adversity. That's what we like to see in our athletes. But instead, this is what we got. And this is Sha'Carri right here. Boy, she's getting cooked. Oh my God. Listen, I can't laugh. She way faster than me, right? She way faster than me. But it looked to me like that blonde weave, which, nobody ever says that's cultural appropriation. But that blonde weave might have been holding her back, right? That and them long fingernails might have been holding her back. But I want to talk about this because I think this is interesting. And this is why, I tell you guys I like sports. Because again, it's just a representation, right, of life, okay? You get to see, which athletes bounce back from adversity and which ones don't, right? You get to see how they handle these situations, right? And, sports, because it's entertainment, there's no real life consequences, right? Not on the same level as it is when it comes to regular people, right? So that's why I like sports. But let's read more here about what's going on with Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri Richardson made her return to the track, but was a huge letdown. Richardson, who was disqualified from the Tokyo Olympics because of a positive marijuana test, competed at the Nike Prefontaine Classic at the University of Oregon on Saturday and finished in last place with an 11.14 time in the women's 100-meter dash. Now, this is worse than her time at the Olympic trials, where I think she finished with like a 10.8 something, okay? And she basically represented our best chance of winning Olympic gold, right, in Tokyo. And that's why her being suspended was such a big deal. She was basically our number one runner. She competed against 8 other runners, including 3 Jamaican Olympians, whom took home gold, silver, and bronze in Tokyo. Elaine Thompson-Hara finished in first place with a personal best of 10.54. Finished Jamaicans Shelley Ann Fraser-Price and Sharika Jackson followed Thompson-Hara to the finish line, the same 1-2-3 finish as the Olympics. Boy, them Jamaicans are fast, right? Ain't Usain Bolt Jamaican? Them Jamaicans can run, man. They have a genetic advantage, right? Being Jamaican is a performance-enhancing drug, apparently, okay? And I would assume, speaking of performance-enhancing drugs, is Sha'Carri Richardson finishing in last place after, basically being our best hope for winning a medal? Is this an example of how marijuana may actually be a performance-enhancing drug? Because you would think that she would stay off the weed, okay? You would think she stayed off the weed after she got suspended from the Olympic trials, okay? We know she was smoking beforehand because she tested positive. So now, I would assume that she's off of it and she's running again and she's slower than she was before. Does that mean that she actually was benefiting from marijuana use, right? Does that mean that the suspension was actually justified? Because, a lot of people at the time said that she shouldn't be suspended, okay, because weed shouldn't be banned, right, from the Olympics because it's not a performance-enhancing drug. That's what they say. Now, the Olympics committee disagree with that, right? They disagree with that. And it looks like this performance from Sha'Carri Richardson is kind of making the Olympics rationale here seem credible, right? But let's actually listen to Sha'Carri and her explanation for what happened after this race.
Today to face these ladies from the Olympic Games.
Coming out today, it was a great return back to the sport. I wanted to be able to come and perform, having a month off, dealing with all I was dealing with. I'm not upset at myself at all. This is one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm capable of. Count me out if you want to. Talk all the shit you want, because I'm here to stay. I'm not done. I'm the 6th fastest woman in this game ever. And can't nobody ever take that from me. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the people that won, but they're not done seeing me yet. Period.
Face these ladies from the
Period, poo. Oh, man. You guys ever been to church and the preacher has to take a breath between each thing that he's saying? Okay. Like, that's kind of what this interview reminds me of, right? When the preacher's like, and God said, the first will be last, and the last will be first. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally what it reminds me of, right? The preachers that be like trying to catch their breath in the middle of a sermon. But, you know, the thing is that I think there's something going on with her, right? I think she has some serious issues. And the reason why is because after that interview, you know, she already seemed like she was trying to, quote unquote, address the haters, even though nobody had time to really say anything about her getting cooked yet. Okay. And it's almost like she already had a built-in kind of excuse to a certain extent. Right. And to me, like I said, it brings up the question of like, what were you doing? Right. When you were suspended from the Olympics, were you training? Were you continuing to smoke? Right. Like, what were you actually doing? Where was your head at? Now, I understand she lost a family member, right? And that could be a part of it, right? She could have just took a bunch of time off. But to come out here and say you're not upset with yourself at all, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I would be pretty upset with myself if I got suspended from the Olympics and then my next performance, I come out and I come in last place, right? It's an embarrassment, right? I mean, it's an embarrassment to yourself. And again, it's kind of an embarrassment to the country. It really is. And people may say that sounds harsh, right? I'm being hard on her. Not really, man, because I want to see her be great, right? I want to see us win gold, right? I want to see us be in first place, right? I want to win. And a part of doing that and a part of that process is giving criticism where criticism is deserved, right? There's nothing wrong with constructive feedback. Nothing wrong with constructive feedback, right? And that's what bothers me about people that always, you know, want to get hostile, right, and offended when somebody simply criticizes them for something, right? Only thing I'm doing is I'm saying it because I want to see you win. I want to see you be great. I want to see you smile. I want to see you be happy. But it seems to me that there's obviously something going on in her life that is keeping her from fulfilling her greatness, whether that has to do, again, with drug use, whether it has to do with losing a family member, whatever. But there's really no excuse after being off that long to come out here and to lay an egg like this, right? You would think that you would be training and taking care of your body and doing the things you need to do and come out here and prove the world wrong in your first race after being suspended, right? At least that's what you would think, but that's not what happened. But like I said, I think there's some serious questions to be had here about whether or not marijuana is actually a performance-enhancing drug after this performance. So let me know what you guys think. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.